Have you ever felt alone in a world full of voices? Have you ever stared at a screen filled with people, yet wondered why none of them truly see you? Welcome not to a place, but to a moment. A moment where your heart and mind finally get the attention they deserve. You're here because relationships matter, friendships matter, love matters, connection matters. And sometimes it feels like the whole world forgot that. We live in a generation where messages are fast, but replies are slow, where people appear close, but emotionally they've disappeared. As we begin this journey, you'll hear the name Mind Gym soon enough, because today we're training not your muscles, but your emotional intelligence, your mental strength, your resilience. Let's talk about ghosting. That silent goodbye that feels louder than any fight could. Ghosting isn't new, but Gen Z and the wired world made it easier. One click, and suddenly a person, a future, a conversation. Gone. Sometimes ghosting feels like you weren't worth an explanation. You imagined everything. You weren't enough. But here's the truth. Ghosting rarely says anything about your value. It says everything about their emotional ability. People who avoid conflict are the same people who avoid clarity. Green-brown ghosting is emotional immaturity dressed as self-protection. It's choosing silence instead of courage. It's running away instead of growing up. But the damage, oh, it's real. Your brain hates unfinished stories. Neuroscientists even have a name for it. The Zeigarnik effect. When something ends without closure, the mind keeps replaying it. Your brain tries again and again to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. That's why ghosting hurts more than being told harsh truth, because the mind keeps searching for why, and the heart keeps blaming itself. Let me ask you one powerful question. What if the disappointment you feel is actually a sign that your heart is still open? You care. You want connection. And that is strength, not weakness. As Steve Maraboli said, your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. You're here. You're listening. You're changing. Welcome to Mind Gym, where your heart gets stronger every minute you stay. Stay with me. We're just getting started. Let's dive into emotional immaturity, the hidden cause behind so many broken relationships. Emotional immaturity is not about age. It's not about how old someone is. It's about how brave they are with their feelings. A person can drive a car, pay bills, go to work, and still run from a simple conversation like, "I felt hurt. I care about you. What are we doing?" Some people were never taught how to communicate. They were taught to avoid, to shut down, to pretend they don't feel. So they leave, not because you're too much, but because they don't know how to handle enough. Listen carefully. You cannot grow someone who refuses to water themselves, and you cannot convince someone to care by caring more. We need to redefine love. Love is not chasing someone who disappears. Love is not begging to be seen. Love is not proving your worth to someone blind. Real connection requires two mature hearts. Two people saying, "Yes, this matters. Let's talk. Yes, I'm scared, but I'm here." Relationships are not destroyed by the truth. They're destroyed by the fear of truth. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "A coward is incapable of exhibiting love." Remember that. Your future partner, your real friend, will not run from your heart. They will run toward it. So I want you to repeat quietly in your mind, "I am easy to love by the right person." Again, I am easy to love by the right person. This is emotional training, a mental workout. You are building belief in your worth. The brain changes when we shift our focus, when we feed it strength, not fear, when we choose growth, not self-blame. Take a breath. You're doing amazing. Stay with me. Now let's talk about boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors, controlled by you. They allow in what's good and keep out what's harmful. But many of us learned the wrong lesson. We thought saying yes would make us loved. We thought giving everything would make us chosen. But here's the real rule of life. What you allow is what will continue. If you accept crumbs, you'll never get the feast you deserve. Boundaries are a love language. A message that says, I respect myself enough to protect my peace. And the right people will honor that. Remember this. Love is not about possession. Love is about appreciation. Osho, let's break the silence. No is a complete sentence. I don't like that is powerful. I deserve better is healing. Boundaries help your brain by reducing stress chemicals like cortisol. They increase dopamine, the reward chemical, because you feel in control of your life. They improve mental focus and emotional safety. Every time you say yes to yourself, your brain learns confidence. Your soul learns peace. Your life learns freedom. You're not hard to love. You're just done with people who don't know how to. Let your boundaries filter your circle. Let respect be the price of admission. You are not alone. You are simply walking away from people who never walked toward you. Stay with me. The transformation grows deeper from here. Let's face the quiet monster. Loneliness while being hyper-connected. You can have thousands of followers and still feel unseen. You can answer messages all day and still feel unheard. You can share memes and videos and still feel misunderstood. Why? Because when connection loses authenticity, the heart loses nourishment. Our brains evolved for eye contact, real voices, physical presence. But now, we bond through screens. We react, we scroll, but we rarely feel. Psychologists say loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases anxiety, depression, fatigue, heart risk. But there's hope. And it starts with one truth. We are starved for vulnerability. We want to be real, but we fear real hurts. We want deep relationships, but we get stuck in shallow ones. We want loyalty, but we settle for convenience. Let me share a line from Maya Angelou. I belong to myself. That is power. That is wholeness. You do not need a crowd to feel complete. One real connection can heal years of loneliness. And that connection begins with you. Talk kindly to yourself. Treat yourself like someone worth knowing. Your brain will follow the path your words create. Every time you choose self-care, your brain releases serotonin, the chemical of calm and happiness. So even when you are alone, you can be whole. Stay. We have one last chapter together, and it may change everything. Now, let's bring this all together. Ghosting, emotional immaturity, boundaries, loneliness. They can break us, or they can build us. Your heart has been tested, but your brain, it learns, adapts, strengthens. Neuroscience calls it neuroplasticity, meaning your mind can rewire itself for resilience, joy, and confidence. And today, you already started rewiring. By listening, by reflecting, by choosing growth instead of pain. You are not too sensitive. You are not too emotional. You are not asking for too much. You are simply asking for what is healthy. Let me leave you with these life-changing truths. Being ignored doesn't make you invisible. Loving deeply is your superpower. Silence from others should never silence your voice. You deserve consistency, clarity, care. Real relationships require maturity and effort. Do not chase those who disappear. Do not shrink for those who can't handle your light. Do not apologize for having a heart that loves to love. You are becoming someone the right people will be grateful to meet. As Rumi wrote, what you seek is seeking you. Your future connections will be deeper because you now demand depth. Your future friendships will be safer because you now honor boundaries. Your future love will be more fulfilling because you now know your worth. You have trained your mind tonight. You showed up for yourself. That is brave. That is healing. That is transformation. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for choosing growth. Thank you for proving that your story isn't over. It's just beginning. This is Mind Gym, where every listen makes you mentally stronger. If this helped your heart, your brain, or your soul, like, subscribe, and share so someone else can heal with you. Your next chapter starts now, and trust me, it's going to be beautiful.